There are some terrible misconceptions in society that Parkinson's disease is incurable and that the symptoms associated with it are caused by death of the dopamine-producing cells in a gland of the brain called the substantia nigra, even though medical research proved this wrong long ago. 200 years ago, in fact, Dr. James Parkinson himself published autopsy findings that revealed spinal curvature, abnormalities at the C1 and C2 vertebra traumatising the brainstem, and muscular rigidity throughout the body, particularly around the area of the neck and shoulders, caused every Parkinson's symptom. And I have personally proven this to be correct by achieving very quick success over Parkinson's symptoms by dealing with these three problems along with the stress and anxiety that originally provoked them. Here is just one example of that success.
Sara Cunningham.
Okay.
And I was first diagnosed in 2001 by Dr. Bala Maniam.
By Dr.
Bala
Maniam.
Maniam at Scott and White and Temple.
Scott and White and Temple, whereabouts are they?
It's close to Waco, north of Austin.
What is your worst symptom now?
Pain in my lower back and tremor or jerking in my left leg, numbness in my feet.
Inability to jog or walk. Alright, now I want you to just stand in front of the fridge. Okay, so you're a very slow walker at this point?
Yes.
Alright. Take one step forward away from the fridge. Alright, so your left hip seizes up, does it?
Yes, it doesn't want to go.
It doesn't want to go. So I want you to pat yourself on your head, on top of your head with your left hand. Rub your tummy with your right hand. Now I want you to swap over. Pat your head, rub your tummy, and now take the step forward with your left foot. Now, Sara, I want you to take a little walk across the unit here. Do you need your walker to do that?
Yes, I do.
All right, hang on a second. Jody, would you get Sarah's walker for her? Okay, away you go now. That's it. Okay, Sara, now just turn around and then come back this way. So the turning round seems to be your most difficult task.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you want to get rid of us, are you?
I don't want you to leave.
I want you to stand up with your back to the fridge.
I'll try to.
No.
There you go.
Remember what,
I will.
Remember what God tells us about faith?
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
There you go. I want you to let go of your tension. Now I want you to walk, follow me and walk exactly how I walk. Enjoy the walk. Enjoy the walk. Alright, now, I want you to go back to the fridge and start again. However you want, I want you to go back to the fridge and start again. Concentrate on lifting your knees when you want to turn. Lift the knee and place the foot. That's better, that's better. Feet apart for confidence. That's it. And concentrate on the knees. Lift your knees. Let this go. This is like steel. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it all drop and walk like me. Now you're cooking with gas. Did that feel better?
Yes.
Now turn it around. Think knees. Bend your knees, lift them, turn it around. Go back to the fridge, and I want you to do it even better again. That's the idea. Think knees, be straight, and let go the tension. Let it go. Follow me.
Remember, it's not how fast, it's the accomplishment.
Now, does that feel a lot better than the first time you did? Now you're going to do it even better again.
If you're taking a step with your left foot, you have to shift your weight. So when you go forward, now you're shifting your weight to your left side, to your right side. So it's all about the balance.
And away we go. Shift your balance, like Jody said. There you go. This is day 4. You've blown us all away with how much you've improved. You must be very happy, eh?
Yes. Excited.
I mean, okay, so let's see how easy it is for you to stand up and turn around on the spot. Real easy. Goodness me. And
Did
so
you want
you,
me to twirl?
so you can,
Fly.
so you can put that walker away now, real easy. A lot easier and quicker than you did before. There you go. Goodness me.
Done with that.
On Thursday you improved dramatically, and then you continued to improve Thursday afternoon and Friday to the extent that it could be said you're in remission. You certainly feel like you're in remission, don't you? So you've had a dramatic improvement. So I don't want you getting overconfident. I want you to realise that you do still have a certain amount of tension around the left side of your neck and your left shoulder, but there are those people who can quite easily say, because you experienced a dramatic improvement suddenly, that it's just an accident, it's nothing to do with the treatment. But what are your comments? Are you convinced that it was the things that we were doing that caused you that sudden improvement?
Definitely.
Yep. And as for your medications, you said you've gone off your medications now?
I have weaned off the Requip and the Mirapex.
So you're off them completely?
Completely.
All right. What are you doing with the Cinnamon?
That one takes about 5 days per tablet to wean off.
All right. So you've been warned not to go off that suddenly anyhow.
Yes.
And yet you're still holding on to that improvement.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So nobody can possibly say that the medications were responsible for the sudden dramatic improvement that you experienced. All right. But when did you start tapering off the medications?
Thursday night.
Thursday night. So you had a dramatic improvement on Thursday and Friday, and you went off your medications on Thursday night, and yet you held on to your improvement all weekend.
Yes.
Yep, okay. So there's no question that the medication has helped you achieve that improvement, because if anything it would have allowed you to go worse.
Right.
Okay, great. Take a wander over here for us and take a walk, and there you go, and past over near the beds there, and turn around, so, and bend over, touch the floor. Okay, could you do that last week? You couldn't. You couldn't turn around last week. You're finding it very easy to do all these movements you haven't done for a long time. How long has it been since you've been able to walk like this? A couple of years?
Probably.
Yeah. That's excellent. All right, I'm wrapped. I'm very happy with, your effort, how determined you've been, and Fred here. Fred, what do you think of Sarah's improvement? You saw her deteriorate over the last couple of years.
Yes, she's really for about the last 8 years.
8 years.
And we were caring for my mother who had some chronic illnesses. Sarah was also in a very desperate situation, could barely get up.
Yep.
And so it's just like a miracle, at least 180 degrees improvement.
Yeah.
And, we just feel like she's got a whole new lease on life.
Yep.
She's a young lady.
Yep.
Got lots of years ahead of her.
That's right.
Lots of things God wants to do through her life.
Yep.
And so thanks to you, and most of all to the Lord, she's got a new life.
Yep. And Jody.
We're thrilled to death. And Jody. Yeah, Jody number 1, Doc number 2. It's just like she was just being released of all sorts of tensions and stresses.
Yep.
And she was relaxing. And
Yep.
the more she relaxed, the faster she goes. And
the more
seriously,
flexible.
Doctor, I don't know if I can keep up with her. She gets much more relaxed. And I know for her husband, for sure, her husband's going to have a difficult time keeping up. So,
So Sarah, you spoke to your husband on the phone.
Oh, yes.
On Thursday when you achieved all that improvement. How did he feel about the whole thing?
He was very excited.
Good. Do you have any advice for other people who are going through what you were going through before you started the 5-day program?
Listen to your inner self, and God will show you the way that He wants you to go.
Yep.
all we can say is, together, the Lord has given you and Jody a great amount of wisdom. Thank you that Sarah's got an attitude to receive it.
Yep.
To be able to function once again as God created her to be.
Please understand, overcoming Parkinson's disease is far from an easy task. The complex assessment procedures that I use delve very deeply into the physiological functions of the human body and even into sleep patterns, suppressed grief, anxiety, and emotional disarray. If you have any questions in your efforts to try and regain your health, please don't fail to email them to me and I'll do my absolute best to help you.